scrap going on for Class C as they head under the bridge towards you. Between the straight 6, number 68 of Andrew Young, and 74 Jim Bryan in the B8 for Class C.
Yeah, well, they do about I think it's the front left there for the first time. Then it's 86. They can't hold Neil Fowler.
Yeah, Neil's got problems of some sort, I think, as they come through Beckett's and Maggots. And Andrew Young has got past Young 68 in the MGC Roadster. He leads Class C at the moment. Across the line towards Mark Scott leading Class B. Leading Class AF. James Walpole leading Class AB. Leaders, everybody I think safely through, and we need to mention the Spencer McCarthy in 12th place leading the invitation class 40, so yeah, Neil Fowler shouldn't be as quick as the Neves. Class C from 74 Jim Bryan, and then in 70 Justin Wells. Now, but obviously you can see some of it on CCTV, which I've got a picture of, which is interesting. So here come the leaders, and coming up to take the blue, and entry still really neat. Probably James Wheeler's a bit closer this time, but we've got through into 7th place. Then it's still McCarthy in 3rd place. It's still Neil Fowler in 5th, but Neil Fowler should have the pace to go with these cars at the front, and he hasn't at the moment, so not sure what the problem there is. Then it's Andrew Young still leading from Ben Tovey, and 3rd in class is Johnny Wheeler in number 61, and I'll just spot if I can. Yeah, that's 49 goes through, and that is Mark Scott leading class B. This at the moment, and there doesn't seem to be anything any of the others can do with them now. I don't think Neil Fowler has he pitted yet? Yeah, that's pretty sad. Hopefully he can get it sorted out for the second race tomorrow. But yeah, we've lost Neil Fowler from the race, which means that Andrew Young goes up into 5th place in the race and still leading Class C from 74 Jim Bryan, 61 Johnny Wheeler. So that's a disappointment that, but all he needs sets the fastest lap to 26.661, and he's really enjoying driving this car again for the first time in this championship this season.
Second quickest, there's a man in 3rd place actually, I think, the machine.
Yeah, now there's a lot of good battling going on. The 4-cylinder cars in Class AF and AB are just heading down onto Hanger Straight, but David Strike and the others are having a really good battle. So they disappear down Hanger Straight as the leader comes towards me again, and it is still Ollie Neves in the number 1 car, the defending champion, unbeaten last season, from James Wheeler in 2nd place in the bright yellow, dark yellow car, and then Russell McCarthy in the lighter yellow car, and then Ian Pryor. So they're the 4 Class D cars that are still running, and they're heading off down towards you, Peter. Yep. Then it's Andrew Young still leading Class C in the MGC.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the first side.
So it's all got a bit spread out, this.
Yeah. he's the only car in my view at the moment that's actually advanced to the second place car in the field there. Like close to the second and third, but just the challenge.
Yeah, this standard car battle is brilliant. 4 cars coming onto Wellington Straight now, and led by David Strike, but with number 24 Babak Fazian just behind, and then it's James Walpole, I think, all that, and somebody else. Anyway, 4 cars coming down towards you now into your part of the circuit. They're all fighting over class positioning, Class AF and AB. Yeah, standard B8, yes. Not quite the battle of the 4-cylinder cars, you know, slap wrists, yeah. But yeah, so the leader's already gone down through Hanger Straight. We're almost towards half distance in this race. There's going to be less than 10 minutes to go, I think, when they cross the line to complete this lap, which will be the 4th lap. So I think we're looking at probably an 8-lap race.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly the minutes.
That's right. So here comes Ollie Neves, miles ahead of anybody else. But it looks like, as you say, we've got a battle for second place now, because Russ McCarthy has closed up right onto the tail of James Wheeler. Russ McCarthy is after that second place. So the leader's on to Wellington Straight, goes away from me, and now we've got the battle of the yellow cars, and it's still James Wheeler at the moment, just ahead of the 93 of Russ McCarthy. But I think Russ McCarthy is going to make a challenge in all part of the circuit. He's lining himself up, Peter, and that's it. He looks very racy at the moment as Russ McCarthy in 3rd place.
Yeah, he's prepared for the challenge. Cars are sitting very close together. James Wheeler still just hanging on to that second place. Will there be a challenge as they try to go?
I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. So Ollie Neves in number 1 comes through. As they cross the line, it was just about on 10 minutes, wasn't it? And you're right, there is some flattery going on, but both the cars get safely past that, and it's still the 99 car just hanging on to second place. So James Wheeler hangs on to second place at the moment. This battle lower down the field, yeah, that's shaking itself up again, I think, as it comes down towards you, because David Strike in the very silver car with the interesting livery, he's shuffled right to the back of that group now. So that's I think that's changed round again.
The gap between second and third was 0.35 in a second when they went over the line, which is nothing really.
Linfield, who's the championship leader in Class AF, he is nowhere near Babak Fazian. He's going to get second in class points, so he'll be content, I think, to drive around at the moment and bank those points.
My timing screens have just gone.
Oh well, I've still got mine. So here comes the leader anyway. So this is going to be the completion of lap 5 that Ollie Neves is on. And what's happened in second place, and it's still James Wheeler in number 99 just hanging on from Russ McCarthy in 93. Great battle going on between these two in the flat plane crank 400 horsepower V8. So Neves heads off down Wellington Straight. Ian Pryor just can't quite get on the tail of the second and third drivers, and then of course a massive gap before we see anybody else come through. And I think that's the lapped car, yeah, but it's still Andrew Young in 74, who's fifth in the race, sorry, in 68, fifth in the race, and easily winning his class at the moment from Jim Bryan in the soft modified V8 74.
Well, the second place battle, Andrew Crosby is leading very comfortably on that one. Headlights on for the second place 99 car, and James hanging on to that second place gap. And you'll guess the screen has come back. The gap has actually gone out to 3/4 of a second on that lap, between second and third.
Okay, well, leader comes past again, number 1 Ollie Neves. Headlights ablaze now, second place, the driver, and the gap certainly isn't that, I don't think. It's obviously ebbing and flowing as they lap the cars, so they've got another car to lap, but they're going to do that on Hanger Straight, I think. So the two yellow cars still tied together. Ian Pryor having a lonely race, I'm sure he's enjoying himself, but a bit lonely back in 4th place in the number 91 car. And then the other way, we've got the battle lower down, and it is Howard Grundon now again ahead of Steve Mackay in the standard V8s, and it's 24 Babak Fazian who's leading class AF with James Wolf, David Stride right behind him. So, and then everybody else is a bit distant. Simon Tinkler next up.
Yeah, I think we've got the 49 car, Mark Scott, ahead of Grundon as well.
Yeah, oh sorry, in Class B, yes. Yeah, so it's Scott Grundon Mackay in Class B. That battle you're talking about is carrying on between 10th place between Adrian Candido and 79 Ollie Wardle in the 2 red BGT V8s, so that's a good battle. And then Mark Scott is right on the tail of the number 73, which is a new car to me, Chris Greenwood. That's not a name that I think we've had out before. But anyway, now dramatically, Ollie Neves' lead is hugely reduced on that lap. Whether that's due to the back markers, I don't know. It's still substantial, but it's nothing like as big as it was. And it's still Wheeler hanging on in 2nd place. So I think that possibly Ollie Neves' lap time will be somewhat slower this time. He's obviously managing the car, and that's allowing the gap to come down between 1st and 2nd.
Well, interesting, his previous lap, I think, was 4 seconds up at best. Say lappery, I don't know. Second place continues, and we wait for the times to come on the screen. The gap has gone down by a couple of seconds, it's now down to 5.3 seconds, just half a second there between 2nd and 3rd. So we could be in for quite an interesting finish this race.
Yeah, we're into the last 5 minutes of the race, so there's Neves through Maggots, still James Wheeler in 2nd place. Still Russ McCarthy in 3rd place, so the 2 yellow cars still fighting it out as they disappear away down Hanger Straight. And then I think Ian Pryor falling back a bit from these 2 at the moment in the beautiful green colour, number 91. That's a lovely colour, that car. Lovely green, very unusual car. Now somewhere behind him, probably just past you, is the Class C leader, just coming out of the cops now. So Andrew Young comfortably in control of Class C in the MGCC Roadster. Which is number 74, the very dark coloured car of Jim Bryan. And Steve Mackay has got past Howard Grundon, so that's a change of position. 48 Howard Grundon demoted by 35 Steve Mackay, the 2 standard V8s absolutely together as they're coming down to you now.
Not change of position on this lap because they were older when they came back.
Yeah, they should just be arriving with you now.
Yeah, well, I can see a very, very good